You must be 10.
Yes.
They're making this so awkward.
Nice to meet you.
Davi's told us so much about you.
They really making this shit awkward.
Why do you look like you have your knickers in a bunch?
Wait.
What did you say?
What?
Maybe she didn't call her with a bunch of niggas.
Wait.
No. That's not what she said.
Don't tell me I didn't hear what I heard. She said, y'all a bunch of niggas.
Knickers. Hold on. It's knickers. It's underwear.
Yes.
Underwear.
It's
Oh my
knickers.
God.
These are knickers.
That almost turned me on.
What it look like?
It look like a
What
nigga. She don't shave. It's black. It's black.
No.
Black.
Yeah, you feel the vibe. Better press like and subscribe. Steady on the grind. Million plus we on the rise. YBC, we in this thing to entertain your every need. So share this to friends and family and Rhodes and yeah, we be killing it.
Yeah, welcome to the show. I hope you feel it. Sit back and watch the subs with your million. Watch what I do for entertainment. Watch what I do for your amazement. Can't contain it. Hit the like button. Make a nigga day and tell me how you love it. It really help us if you get to sub it. But all she trying to do is get to
Yo, YKW TFG. Oh man, you got Jay, and I'm back. I'm back to do another, I guess, reaction / review for you because you know, today, that man Tyler Perry, the genius, I will say, I will say that he is a genius, motivational, inspirational. You feel me? That man Tyler Perry has dropped another installment of the Madea series, man. Today he dropped a Madea Homecoming on Netflix. And you know, we always hear all these different things. Oh, you know, black people love Tyler Perry. Black people love Madea. You know, he wouldn't be here. You know, Tyler Perry ain't all this and that. Man, look, y'all can shut up with all that. Y'all can shut up with all that because this is a brother. You feel me? This is another African American male out here who got it out the trenches, got it out the mud, and is inspiring millions and millions of people to do what they feel like they're put on this earth to do. So anytime it comes to like Tyler Perry, anytime it comes to Madea, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. I am. And like I said, he dropped another one, so I decided to go ahead and sit back and watch it. Then at that point, I'm gonna just give y'all a review. I feel like my duty on this platform is to share with y'all the experiences that we go through. I want to watch this movie, so I'm gonna let y'all know how it is. But look, before we even get into that though, man, y'all gotta press subscribe. Y'all gotta press subscribe because we are on the road to 1 million subscribers, but we definitely on the road to 100K. So if it's less than 100K when you're watching this video, definitely press subscribe. Y'all press like, y'all comment down below, and y'all distribute. Y'all distribute this video to all your friends and all your family, man, because like I said, this is a trending topic right now. Everybody was tweeting about it this morning that you know, how they felt about it, the reviews that they had. So we definitely had to check it out. First and foremost, man, when it comes to the movie, from the start of the movie to the end of the movie, I will say that the laughs are definitely there. You feel me? From the start of the movie, and I don't want to. I'm trying to navigate and figure out how I'm going to do this without really giving away much of the movie, because I don't really want to do too many spoilers. It ain't like it's too much to spoil, but I don't want to give away too many spoilers. But from the start of the movie, just the way that they pay attention to the silliness, you feel me? Just the extraness of like the characters. You know, you got Madea, you got Joe, you got Mr. Brown in this one, you got Cora in this one, you know, you got Aunt Bam in this one, you got who else? You got now the new characters that have been introduced. You feel me? You have Aunt Agnes, and I can't remember the mom's name. But you feel me? You just have all of these different personalities that you're putting all on one screen, which, you know, whenever he does it is usually pretty funny. But like I said, from the start of it, just, you know, the reminder of how they interact with each other. You know, how Madea interacts with Mr. Brown, or, you know, how she interacts with Joe, or, you know, so on and so forth. And it's just like, I appreciate the silliness. I appreciate the intent of the funny. It's a different funny from what it used to be. It's a different funny. Now it's a little bit more of a raunchy funny. Let's be real. Now Tyler Perry is willing to say a little bit more than what he was willing to say about 15, 20 years ago. But it's appreciated. He adapted with the times. He had to do what he had to do. Because like I said, it was full of actual like laughs. You feel me? Like even coming in being critical, because that's what I feel like one of my weaknesses is whenever I try to enjoy a movie, is I'm coming with a critique mindset on. But even with that critique mindset, the movie was still very funny. I don't even know who the hell it is. I ain't got no money for these bill collectors. Like I said, movie was hilarious. The story behind it, and I hate that I can't remember, because I don't know if it was one play or two specific, like two different plays that just was kind of merged and meshed together between. But I do remember the storyline being from a play, from the guy that's graduating, you know, him and his best friend coming to Atlanta, coming to Medea's house, you know, for the graduation and the homecoming, you know, weekend. It's just like, you expect that story to go one way. You expect that story to go one way, but boy, when it gets to the end of that movie, not even the end, when it gets to about 3/4 of the way of that movie, you're gonna find out that nothing that you thought is actual. And like I said, I cannot remember what play that was from. And it's gonna bug me, it's gonna irk me, I'm gonna have to go watch all of them. That was also another thing that I liked about the movie, was that, sure, it has a story that it's sticking to, or it's a story that you're predicting and that you can kind of, you know, direct what's gonna happen next from it. But once it got to the end, you really couldn't. You know, you really could not tell. You didn't know exactly what was going to happen until it happened. And it was funny. It was just the way you navigate through it, because this is all real life shit. That's one thing that Tyler Perry's movies or plays always have to deal with. It's just shit that is real life. You know, stuff that black families do encounter and go through. I don't want to say on a daily basis, but you know, when things get real in the family, that's the real aspect of it. Now, like I said, also with the movie, they touched on something, because you know, we all know Madea and Joe, you know, they you know, they gotta have a weed, they gotta have a reefer, they smoke. You feel me? I understand that. They done messed around at some point and gave Brown and Aunt Agnes something edible. That's all I'm gonna say, is something edible. You know, we thinking they over here eating some chocolate weed edibles or something like that. And then you start to think, you start to listen, and they're talking about microdosing. You know, they're talking about like the feelings that you felt when you were on it. And it's like, wait, they have tapped into the culture of today's society and what's trending and made it relatable to people from a newer generation, that they are talking about microdosing shrooms. Microdosing shrooms is one of those things that's like, you know, on the up and up in today's society, and a lot more people are saying that they're doing it. And the fact that he sprinkled that little bit of culture into it, it's like, yo, this man really, like, it makes me think, it makes me wonder, like, who is on Tyler Perry's team coming up and developing with some of these little bitty things from these movies or even these shows that makes it relevant, that keeps it relevant, you feel me? But at the same time, it's like, dang, things aren't as big and as bad, as taboo as people makes it seem, until people start talking about it. You feel me? And if there's one thing I've always noticed with Tyler Perry, his movies and his films and his plays, he's always made it relatable and talked about, even in a subtle way, talked about things going on in society that may seem a little bit more taboo. Like I say, he's willing to get a little more risque in these films now than he ever was before. Because I think that's the evolution of the story. That's the evolution of his productions, of his dreams, of the reality. Is that, yeah, things ain't gonna be the same that they was 15, 20 years ago back when Madea was on the stage, you know? Now things are a little bit different, and you gotta adapt to society with social media, the way that he marketed this whole project. you know, I think it was a beautiful thing. Another thing too was that he touched on the subject with cops. It was a real little bitty moment that he had in there, but that's reality though. Like, I personally, I don't think I do. But I don't come in contact with them that often. But having a cop, having a police officer be a part of your close, immediate family, when you know your family is the family that you have, is absolutely hilarious. And you really got to think about it. Like, damn, wait, it's a thin line. You feel me? Like, yes, they work for the cops. They work for the law. But I'm their blood family, like sweat and tears. Not shit. This is what I do. You feel me? Like, so it makes you teeter-totter, and it's like, dang, like, I really wonder how people with cops in their family, how they really operate. You know, how they move. Like, if they feel like they got to move around with a sensor a little bit more, because it makes more sense when you watch the movie. But like, just think about that. You know, they talk about certain things that you can't do. Oh shit, I can't call this person to come over here because you here. You know, oh shoot, I can't do this right now because you here. You know, that was just funny touch to it. All in all, another thing as well, this man Tyler Perry, like I said, is a marketing genius. This Homecoming, from the text style to the end credit scene with Homecoming, this man done turned into Beyonce. And also, shout out to those end credit scenes, because it was a hell of people from Showtime Live, Southwest Cab, school that I used to go to, that were in it. They were posting their pictures today, you know, showing their experience with it, and it was dope too. So that made me appreciate the movie even more, was because, like I said, Tyler Perry is in Atlanta, of course. Built the biggest movie studios that there is pretty much now. People want to come here left and right. He did this. You know, we've been wanting Madea. He did this, and at the same time of doing it, he made it culturally appropriate and culturally modern. You feel me? And also had actual good laughs in it. So, as far as this, I literally, because honestly, I was surprised. When I say that I actually enjoyed it and that I actually found it funny, because like I said, I was surprised, because I go into it looking as a movie critic, you feel me? Which I always shouldn't do. But Tyler Perry, a Madea Homecoming, I definitely recommend it. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check it out. Like I said, it's on Netflix. Also, y'all go check out all the other videos that we've done too, man. We've been growing. That's all I'm gonna say, is we've been growing lately, man. So I know that none of this would be possible without y'all. That's why I didn't even think twice. I'm like, man, I gotta see this movie. I gotta share it with y'all. So like I said, man, y'all press subscribe. Definitely on the road to 1 million. More than 100,000 on the way. Y'all press like, y'all comment down below. Y'all distribute this whole, man. I'm gonna get about this thing. I'm gonna let y'all go watch the movie. Get some popcorn too. Yeah, we'll be back for the next video. I appreciate y'all.